Hello, it's Brian Rezny, President of Rezny Wealth Management. I'm bringing you an important update video about the economy and the investment market so you understand what we see and if we are making important changes to client portfolios. You know, some of the numbers that came out last week, not only on the inflation front, which was slightly elevated, and also on the GDP growth, slightly on a lower side of the growth spectrum. One thing that I want to stress is these are short-term numbers. We look at the longer-term trend. So when we look at the inflation issue that has ticked up just a little bit and has been a little bit stubborn as of late, again, nothing goes straight down, nothing goes straight up. So with inflation, we'll be watching the next month, 2-3 months to see how this trend unfolds. I ultimately believe with what we see on the inflation front that inflation will continue to abate and come down closer to the Fed number. Right now, on an annualized basis, we're running about a 2.8 to 2.9 annualized inflation rate, not at the 2% the Fed wants, but again, over the last year, we are trending in the right direction. We're going to see how this plays out in the next few months. On GDP growth, again, it came a little softer, meaning the economy has slowed a little bit more. These are actually net positives and ultimately will help inflation come down and really abate a little bit more. We don't see any signs of recession this year, and I know there's been a lot of talk about that the last 3 years from the big Wall Street firms and banks who have been wrong all along. We have not at Rezny Wealth Management called for recession the last 3 years. In fact, we talked about good, modest growth in the U.S. economy. We continue to be fully invested right now. We do have a couple adjustments probably coming up in the next week within client structured portfolios to better some of our overall positions. But we continue to like the U.S. economy. We continue not to own assets outside the U.S. economy. And the reason for that is other parts of the world continue to come in and out of short-term recessions because they simply don't have the growth that the U.S. economy has. As a money manager, it is vital that my team and I do research every single day, not only on the investment assets we own, but the overall economies of the world to see how things are trending. Again, we like what we see in the U.S. economy. We like where we're at year to date after the first quarter. And again, if we need to make adjustments to client portfolios, we will do that. If changes are not made, as we've always discussed, it's because we're in the right areas we feel, and sometimes it may take time for those assets to really get appreciated and go up in a meaningful manner. If you're a client of the firm, as always, give our office a call if you have any questions or concerns. If we need to schedule a phone or office review, again, call the office. We'd be more than happy to accommodate. Make sure you have yourself a safe and profitable day.